For well over 20 years, I've been assisting my clients with how to testify in court. To guide them along their way, I've created something called the Holy Trinity of Testimony. And it's holy because these are 3 basic rules that must be respected at all times when you're in that witness box. The number 1 rule, the most important rule, is listen for that question. As you enter the witness box, you must be in active listening mode and continue to be so the whole time up there. This is a structured process supervised by a judge where you will be asked questions and you must answer those questions. The most important part of the Holy Trinity is to listen for the question. You should not answer the question until you fully understand it. And that includes asking for the question to be clarified if it's confusing or for words being used that you don't understand, to have that word explained to you. Again, very important to understand what's being asked before you answer, lest you give an answer that could be confusing or misinterpreted, or worse yet, you're answering yes or no in the wrong manner simply because you were not listening to that question. Number 2, answer the question. Now, you may say to me, Craig, why wouldn't I answer the question? That's why I'm there. In my experience, too many people enter that witness box with an overwhelming urge to get out their own narrative. Remember, you're not up there to give a speech. You're up there to answer questions that are asked of you. So, for example, if the Crown Attorney says to you, sir, during the argument I suggest you were angry and upset, and you say, I never hit my wife, then you haven't answered the question. If you're answering a question with a question, you haven't answered the question. Again, you might be leaving the judge to think, what is this person hiding? Why won't he or she answer the question? Very important that you answer the question. And once you've answered the question, rule number 3, just stop. Yes, stop. Again, go back to that urge to get out your own narrative, or almost to give a speech or to be an advocate on your own behalf. If you're asked, for example, where were you on Monday morning? Once you've explained where you were, you do not go on and explain what happened and give an account of all the parties that were there. No. Once you've answered the question fully, you can stop. I don't want you to be a piece of wood or overly stiff, but once you understand that question and you fully answered it, you can stop, and don't be afraid of the pauses that follow. Now that you know the Holy Trinity, there's 2 other things I want you to do. Number 1, watch a few episodes of Judge Judy or one of those other programs where litigants are appearing in front of a TV judge, and just observe how many times 1, 2, or all 3 of these rules are violated, and notice the reaction of the judge, and just notice how unhelpful it is when the Holy Trinity is not respected. The other thing I want you to do is visit me at CraigPenney.com, read my blog on the do's and don'ts of testimony. The Holy Trinity of Testimony is just one of my do's and don'ts. Read all 12 right now at my blog at CraigPenney.com.